Good afternoon, all students. Message to the co-host. The portal, it is showing your class has been completed in the morning. Is it? No, we have not completed it. Last 3 days it is 350 to 550 रहे. अच्छा नागेश. Okay. Whatever problem is there, Nagesh sir will take care of it. Your class in charge. Okay, na? So if you are having any queries, then sir will help you. Then coming to answers, are the answers of up to structural isomerism? You got all the answers up to structural isomerism. Did you get the answers? Any answers are pending in structural isomerism? In the notes, whatever questions are given. Completed. You mean completed? Isomerism questions, answers need to be given. Check it. Which questions you are asking? These are given. These are given. Metamers, these are given. Is already taken. These 3 questions you want, na? Write all tertiary amine metamers of C5H13N. Tertiary amine metamers of C5H13N. N, CH2, CH3, CH3. Tertiary amine, that means nitrogen should be attached with 3 carbon atoms. So this is a one. All should be tertiary amines only. So one of the methyl, one of the carbon I have taken on to the other side. Okay, na? Then these are the 3 tertiary amines possible. These are the 3 tertiary amines possible. Over. Okay. The next step. A cyclic compound containing 18 primary hydrogens or 2 types of carbon atoms. All 18 hydrogens are identical. Cyclic compound containing 18 hydrogens and 2 types of carbon atoms. Then you see here, it is a cyclic compound. It has 18 hydrogens, 3 into 6, 18 hydrogens, and 2 types of carbons are there. All these carbons are of one type, primary carbon atoms, one type, and these carbons are of another type. So 2 types of carbon atoms are also there, and all the 18 hydrogens should be identical. Yes, I think pencil charging is over. 18 hydrogens are identical here. Okay. This pencil charging is over. So just you copy this one, earlier page. So for that, sufficient number of questions are there in the sheet. That is why I have not sent. In the sheet itself, that type of questions are there. Okay. Next, so this is one compound possible. I think another compound also is possible if I take it like this. You see, if I take a benzene molecule and I take all the methyl groups on benzene. In this molecule also, all the 18 hydrogens, all 18 hydrogens are primary only, and all of them are identical also. All of them are identical also. That means identical means any hydrogen you remove and put chlorine, you will get the same product. Only one MCP you will be getting. And then two types of carbon atoms are there. These carbon atoms are of one type. Then these carbon atoms are of another type. So this question has two answers. Okay, na? The next, a cyclic compound containing 18 primary hydrogens, two types of carbon atoms, all 18 hydrogens are identical. What is the structure? So it is an acyclic compound. So acyclic compound to have all the hydrogens similar. Just write it like this: C I think this one should be the answer. This one should perfectly match. 3 into 6. 18 hydrogens are there. All are primary only. All are identical only. And two types of carbon atoms are there: primary and quaternary. That's it. This is the answer for this question. Okay, na? Next below. Go to the next page. Anybody still writing? Raise the hand. Completed. Okay. Next, write all three. Write all tertiary amine metamers of. Achha, this is the same question, na? I cleared this one. That's all. Right? In this chapter, that's it. Yes or no? Then going to structural identification. Structural identification questions. If any questions you are having pending, JPR 1. Number of MCPs. Number of MCPs I have written for other batches. MCPs are same, just I have written in different page. Okay, na? Take down answers for a number of MCPs. Or else we can write even for your answers here itself. We can write it directly. Type A, type B. 2 is the answer. Type A, type B. 2. Type A, type B. 2. Type A, type B, type C. 3. Type A, B, C, D. 4. Type A, 1. Type A, type B, type C. 3. Type A, type B, type C, type D, type B. 5. A, B, C, D. 4. A, B, C. 3. A, B. 2. All are of same type here. 1. A, B, C, D. 4. A, B, C, D. 4. A, B. 2. A, B, C. 3. Puppet. 5 EA. EE. 5 is not having E, right? 5 is having A, B, C, D only. 8th. No. 8. Maybe this is methyl, this is methyl, this is also methyl. But on this carbon, you see, it is the 2 methyl groups are there. But on this carbon, only 1 methyl is there. That means this part and this part are different. 6th one also, middle carbon is a quaternary carbon. There is no hydrogen on quaternary carbon. Quaternary carbons do not have hydrogens. I'll go to the next page. Akshay, Sai Tarun. Eighth BC. 8th ka BC. Yes, B and C are different. Na? It doesn't mean, see, you are getting confused that if they are CH2, CH2, doesn't mean that this CH2 and this CH2 are same. See this example. This is also CH2 only. This is also CH2 only. This is also CH2 only. Why these two CH2s are same and this is a different type? That is why I told you, for whichever compounds you are having a doubt, write the MCPs and write their names. If the names are same, then you can say they are similar. Okay, na? The two are different here. Simple point you see. For this CH2, left side CH3 is there, right side CH2 is there. Does for this CH2 also similar groups are there on left and right side? On the left side CH2 is there, but on right side CH is there. Different groups are present. If atmospheres are different, they themselves are also different. Monish, understood? Then Akshay's doubt, 13th question, C and D. The same thing you are asking again. Understood, Akshay? These two are of one type, but they are different from this one. This is a different type. Next. Type A, B. Two types. A, B, C, D, E. 5. A, B, C, D. 4. A, B, C, D. 4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. It is an unsymmetrical molecule that all the hydrogens are of different type. 7, 8, 9 types are there here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here also 9 types are there. 7 types, sorry. Then this is a B, C, D, E, F, G. Is also 7 types. This one A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Shh. That means 9, 10, 11, 12. Total 12 types. Is also unsymmetrical compound. Is also unsymmetrical compound. 18 BBC, BBD. Again, you are doing the same thing. This is CH2. This CH2 are different. This CH2 and this CH2 are different. Whereas this CH2 and this CH2 are similar. Akshay. Understood? Not Akshay. Aditya. You only write. For that only I told na, to write and practice. If you are having any doubt in any of the structure, you have to write and practice. This example I will tell you. What about the next example? You see, what I am saying is this is type A, type B, type C, type D, type E. You have the doubt between C and D, na? You have the doubt between C and D, na, Aditya? In C and D, suppose this is Cl and this is Cl. Are these two compounds similar? Are these two compounds same? Aditya? Aditya not responding. Akshay? Your doubt is also same, na? And another compound you see. This is another compound. These are all different compounds, right? Maybe all are CH2s only, but they are all different compounds, na? D and E also I am telling, na, this is a D. This is E. This is a D. This is E. Difference is there or not? Sushil, Akshay. Surya, that is correct. All of them are, whatever all you will write. Suppose for this compound, what you are writing, a 5, all the 5 are positional isomers. All the 5 are positional isomers. Understood? Then 0 for this one, because the hydrogens of sp2 and sp carbons will not be chlorinated. Then this is A, this is B2, then this is a 1. This is A, so 1, and this is a B, C, 3. Copy it, everyone. Akshay. Okay. Okay, so this is in this compound. The reaction is here. There is a compound X, C5H12. This compound with the Cl2, that is monochlorination, is giving only 1 MCP. What is the structure of X? That means all the 12 hydrogens should be of same type. Very simple. Neopentane. I don't know how many of you have solved it. If you have not solved, just copying the answers is a waste. The next question, C6H14, 2 MBPs are possible. That means 2 monobromo products are possible. That means 2 types of hydrogen. All the 14 hydrogens should be of 2 types only. How many isomers of Y will give 2 MBPs? First of all, let us identify Y. What is it? Du is 0. Yes, this is one compound will give 2 MBPs only. Br2 HNU 2 MBPs, and any other compound is possible. And any other compound is possible. How many isomers of Y will give 2 MBPs? 4, 5, 6, na? That means if you write this one, for this, what I will do is I'll write the isomers first. C4H12, how many isomers are possible? C6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I'll write like this. 3, 4, 5, 6. This will have type A, type B, type C. So this cannot be the answer. This will have type A, type B, type C, type D, type D, type E. This also is not the answer. Type A, B, C, D, B, A. 3 types. So this is not the answer. Type A, type B. This is what already we have identified. Then type A, type B, type C. This also is not the answer. So it is the only compound of C6H12, C6H14, which will give 2 MBPs. Got it? 2 monochloro products. Monobromo products. One is, this itself is X-ray. You are asked to derive X only, and you are asking what is X. X is this. Is this over? Noted? Twenty-fifth is 25th. There is no sp3 hydrogen and sp3 carbon hydrogen. Only sp3 carbon hydrogens will be substituted. Whatever the hydrogens are present here, these are sp2 carbon hydrogens. So these hydrogens will not be substituted. This point already I have told you. So that is why it is 0. Next, this compound 2 MCPs. Aromatic means a benzene ring. 2 MCPs means if I take it as a CH3, CH2, CH3, C6, 7, 8, C8, 5 plus 5, 10. Yes, molecular formula is suitable, and 2 types of hydrogens are there, type A, type B. Then this is X. Then Y can be any of these compounds. All 3 are possible for Y. 3 structures are possible for Y. Got it? Two methyls on one carbon, how will it be? It will be possible there. It will go beyond tetravalency. For cyclohexane, it is possible, because for benzene, not possible. Already pi bond is there on benzene. For cyclohexane, 2 methyls on same carbon is possible. Okay, next, catalytic hydrogenation reactions, all will be completely saturated into saturated hydrocarbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carbon skeleton will remain constant. That is why just you need to remove the pi bonds while writing the product. Very easy. So or no? Just you need to remove the pi bonds. Copy this one. Next. This is done, this is done. These are all the points only. Then here. How many MCPs? A, B, C, D, E. 5 MCPs. Then this is also same thing. Same product. 5 MCPs. Then C4H6 on hydrogenation, it is giving a compound Y, which on monochlorination is only giving it is giving only 1 MCP. Then find XYZ. Find XYZ. Cyclobutene 2 4, 5, 6. Yes, molecular formula is suitable. Then all 8 hydrogens are of same type. So you will be getting this compound. Only one MCQ is cyclobutene. Yes or no? Done? Second question. Second is very simple there. What will happen during a hydrogenation? Pi bonds will be removed and hydrogen atoms will be added. So you will get a methyl cyclohexane. And in methyl cyclohexane, 5 types of hydrogen atoms are present. For which one you have added bromine? Chlorine, bromine, anything you can take. Then fifth question, already completed. Fifth question is already completed. Sixth one is on a hydrogenation. You see, sixth one, to the C4H6, it is forming C4H8. Means among the DU2 is there na? The DU2, it is a possibility of 1 pi bond plus 1 ring. 1 pi bond plus 1 ring possibility is a cyclobutene or this compound or this compound or this compound. 4 answers are possible for this question. Then C4H6, Du2 and C4H6 is giving C4H10, Du0. That means both Du2 are with respect to 2 pi bonds only. Then 2 double bonds. Alternate. Then a triple bond. Triple bond on the middle carbon. Then isobutene, not possible. C4H6. Yes, these are the 4 possibilities for the 7th question. Which all unsaturated hydrocarbons on hydro? I think this question I have solved. I have explained in the classroom itself. This example. Over. This one over. Completed. So going to next question. For this one, whether you put the double bond here, whether you put the double bond here or here, it is the same thing. Putting double bond here is 1, this is 2. All these are same. Alkenes only he is asking. Seventh one, Yeah, one ring, one pi bond. How is it possible there? If one ring, one pi bond, then how can C4H10 will come? C4H10 will be the product only when two pi bonds are present in the reactant. If one ring is present, then it will be C4H8. That is what this condition. Here no reaction, therefore both are rings only. Here a partial reaction, therefore one ring. And here no complete reaction is happening, therefore zero rings. Then 1, 2. Two alkenes are possible. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Can you put the double bond here? Is it possible? Is it possible the double bond here? In the ninth molecule? Not possible, because this carbon is already tetravalent. So neither here, nor here, nor here, nor here. In all these four positions, double bond is not possible. So I am just crossing it. In all these four positions, double bond is not possible. Here it is possible, here also it is possible. And here also not possible. Yes or no? Just here it is possible. 1. And 1, 2, 1, 1. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 alkenes are possible. Then here also double bond is not possible in all these positions. Only here it is possible. 1. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 alkenes are possible. Then here also not possible. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 10th is one answer. 10th one answer is 1. Correct. We'll go to the next page. Yes, Akshay. Write up compounds. You will understand, Manan. In all these four positions, double bonds are not possible, right? This one, this one, this one, and this one. Whereas you put a double bond here or here, it becomes same compound. And putting the double bond here or here will make another compound, same compound. So that is why these two are of one type, these two are of another type. Okay. That is why I tell, if you are not understanding any molecule, you have to analyze it. You have to expand and try to write all the possible structures. Then this is about ozonolysis reaction. This all already we have completed. This over. Yes. The writing. Right. Right. That means you have not done a homework. Okay. All you are copying. Yes, that is okay, Gautam. I'll take blue. I think that this some of you might not have done. These are the fragments. These are the Ozonalsis products. Very good. Third, second product, two oxygens. I don't understand your language. I don't understand whether you are asking or you are telling. Three, three, two, O. Three, three, not two O, one O, one oxygen. Clear everyone? We'll go to the next page. Still we are in doubts only. Why some people are leaving? You have any other work? Almost 7-8 people have discontinued. Okay, your wish. Then 7th. Only acetaldehyde you are getting. If you are getting only acetaldehyde means you take acetaldehydes, two acetaldehyde molecules you take and then remove them. You will be getting compound X. This is X. Then Y, you are getting a we need some more space here. First to take compound CH3 CH double bond O plus. You see one thing here, whenever 3 products are given, you have to join these 3 products. Then which one to be taken as a terminal compounds and which one to be taken as a middle compound is the one which is a dicarbonyl compound should be taken in the middle. Then a monocarbonyl compound should be taken at the ends. Monocarbonyl, dicarbonyl, then monocarbonyl. And then you have to remove oxygens. This is a monocarbonyl compound. So I took it terminal. This is another monocarbonyl compound. This also I will take at the terminal position. Like C double bond O, CH3, CH. This is what this compound is. Now I will take the dicarbonyl compound in the middle. CH double bond O, CH double bond O. Then remove oxygen atoms. Write a product. Product is the reactant CH3, CH double bond, CH, CH double bond, C, CH3, CH. This is compound Y. This is compound Y. Then 9th question, if you remove it here, then you will be getting the products CH3, CH, CH3, CHO plus HCHO. That is what I am telling Akshay. Last product I am writing in the middle because it is a dicarbonyl compound that it will be having a link on the right side and also on the left side. So it has 2 links, so therefore it is in the middle. And monocarbonyl compounds have single link, therefore towards outside, towards the terminals. This is one point you have to learn. Completed everyone? Okay. Next, first I will write this one. This is reductive ozonolysis, na? Yes. By reductive ozonolysis, only the two pi bonds will be broken, not the sigma bond. So it will be present as CH3, CH, CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O H. Then let us come to this one. In this one, actually, it is a single product. Single product, but two ways it is possible. That is A CH2 CH double bond O CH double bond O, and both of them, if you remove, you will be getting CH2 CH double bond CH. This is a compound. This is one possibility. Another possibility is also there. That means another answer is also possible for this one. That is a CH3 CH double bond O CH double bond O plus CH double bond O CH to CH double bond O. Then remove the oxygen atoms here. You will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon cyclic compound. And double bonds here. Then this is also in the similar way. One is a remove the oxygen atoms, that it can be CH triple bond CH itself. That is acetylene. Then B CH double bond O CH double bond O plus CH double bond O CH double bond O. So remove the oxygen atoms here also. That this is the another compound. So two possibilities are there. One, it may be acetylene, and another one cyclobutadiene. Cyclobutadiene. How many moles? If you whatever number of moles you want, that many you can take. Like that, so many products will be possible. This is one product I have given. Then C also I will tell you C here. C will be, that means it all, I am giving the procedure, how to solve the questions. But you, according to the answers he has given, options he has given, you should do in a particular manner. You should do in one particular manner. Then C also I will show you C. This is like a CH double bond O, CH double bond O. Like that, 3 moles of CH double bond O, 3 moles of Glaxol. Do you know what product will be formed? Glaxol, 3 moles Glaxol is the product formed from what? 3 moles Glaxol is the product formed from benzene also. Yes, Roshan is correct. Benzene also, na? So benzene also can be one of the reactant, one of the correct answer. So like this, we don't know. Like this, I got C2, C4, C6. Even you can write with a C8 also, C10 also. Understanding? Yeah, I will explain, Pritam. Let me explain this one, whatever we are continuing. Is it oxidative ozone analysis? I don't think so. I didn't give any example with oxidative ozone analysis. Tell me others. Is it reductive or oxidative ozone analysis we have taken? Reductive only, na, in all of them. Reductive, reductive. Reductive only is continued here. Here also. Here also. Copied. Copied, everyone. Anybody still writing? Raise the hand. Put the charging potential. Yes, ozone analysis only we are discussing. Glaxel will be formed by ozone analysis only. Number you tell me. Last but one means what? 12th. But here one condition is required. If you want to get this as the reactant, then this should be the ozone analysis by ozone analysis with a heating. Yes or no? Reductive ozone analysis with a heating. Without heating, benzene cannot be broken. So this condition you have to check whether it is there or not. Okay, na? The one you are asking, Venkat Tarun, what you are asking, I don't know. Benzene. This is what ozone analysis. This is what reductive ozone analysis also. This is what it is giving 3 moles of Glaxol. It is not with oxidative ozone analysis. It is with reductive ozone analysis only Glaxol. With the reductive ozone analysis only Glaxol it is. And I think Gautam was asking one question. Oh, some more compounds are there here, some more products. So let's write them also. Then we will go to other questions. Monish, if you ask the doubts like that, I have to keep the chat option closed today. Ask the relevant questions, doubts. You are asking about something, isotopes of no, allotropes of carbon. Hmm. This is one reactant. This can be X, let us assume. Then another reactant is also possible. That also I will show you. See. One, two, three, four, five. 5-membered ring. Another one also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-membered ring. The bicyclo compound will be formed again. Got it? And then here you will be getting benzaldehyde plus acetaldehyde. Understood? Two possibilities are there here. This is X, this is Y. So this compound or this compound, any of the compound you do ozonolysis, you will get the same product. Heating is not given here. Monish? Completed? Next. Yes. This is just by reductive osmosis. That you will be getting the products as CH. Whereas here is a reductive osmosis in presence of heating. Reductive osmosis by heating. 14th one, Surya. See. So here, 2 moles of Glaxol will be formed. CHO, CHO. 2 moles are formed plus 1 mole will be methyl Glaxol. Methyl Glaxol. Then another very interesting point to see with this question, 17th one. In 17th one, you can take the compound in 2 ways. 2 ways it is possible. Double bonds can be present like this. Double bonds can be present like this also. If double bonds are like this, in the first case, you will be getting a methyl Glaxol, Glaxol. Okay. Then you will be getting the products here as 1 mole Glaxol, 2 moles methyl Glaxol. Then with this also, some other products are formed. That is, this is Glaxol, this is Glaxol, this is Glaxol, this is dimethyl Glaxol. That means here you will be getting 2 moles of Glaxol, 2 moles of Glaxol, and 1 mole of dimethyl Glaxol. That is CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, C. Understanding? So totally, how many products are formed here? Total different types of products formed are Glaxol, sorry, and methyl Glaxol, then dimethyl Glaxol. 3 types of products are formed. Why this is? Because is when you take a orthoxylene, I already told you the double bonds of benzene will be in a continuous delocalization. If they are in continuous delocalization, the moment when they are undergoing the reaction, 50% molecules will be in this form, and the remaining 50% of molecules will be in this form. This 50% of molecules will give these products, and these 50% of molecules will give these products. So total you will be getting in the same container, you will be getting all the products together. That is Glaxol, methyl Glaxol, dimethyl Glaxol. Understood the logic? That is why if we have observed for 15th and 16th, I have given the bonds like this. For 16th, I have given circle. 17th also I have given circle. Whereas for 15th, we took the bonds like this. Understood? Circle is given because that you have to take both the possibilities, both positions of double bonds you have to take. Copy this one. Okay, na? Next. Last two reactions are there. I think you might not have done these questions also. Okay, I will give some more time for this. You do this one, and after that, in the next class, tomorrow class also, I will give you the answers. Okay, so let's get back into concept discussion. Already it is 5:15, so we are having 35 minutes only for concept discussion. So let us continue. So here only it is taken for you. Achha, up to Woese analysis we have taken. Okay. Then I can get it from GBR 6 also. Functional group identification. Hello. I will show you the notes. University JBR 1 also. So next point is after ozonolysis reaction, the next part is a practical organic chemistry. So under this one part we will discuss here, and another part we will take in 12th standard. So here we do some lab tests. What are these lab tests? These are the identification tests, or it is like some compound will be given to us, and they will be telling that go and do in the laboratory, whatever analysis, whatever the reactions you want to do, you do in the laboratory and find out what compound is given to you. you have to identify what compound it is. Okay. So for that, first you will be doing physical appearance. You will be observing physical appearance. Is it solid, liquid? What is the color, like that? And then you will do the solubility test. In which type of solvent it is soluble, like water, polar solvents or non-polar solvents, like that. Then you will be weighing it, and there will be some particular experiments by which you will be calculating molecular formulas. Okay. So after calculating molecular formulas, you will be doing monochlorination, hydrogenation, ozonalysis, all this. Then you will come to some conclusions that there may be some functional group present, like number of hydrogen atoms, chemically different hydrogen atoms, then number of double bonds and rings, and then a number of positions of double bonds and triple bonds. But you see, till here, whatever we had discussed are all of hydrocarbons, yes or no? We didn't take any other functional group. Only the analysis, only the discussion was of hydrocarbons, alkane, alkene, and alkyne. Maximum benzene. Up to benzene we have taken. Did we take anywhere alcohol, phenol, carboxylic acid, amines, amides, esters, like that? We did not take in structural identification. So that all functional groups, if any that particular functional groups are present in the given unknown compound, that all can be identified based on doing these lab tests. So lab tests are basically to recognize the functional groups. Don't write, to recognize the functional groups. First, our point is to identify whether the given compound will act as an acid or not. That means, will it have any acidic hydrogen or not? Which type of compounds we will call as acids? The compounds which will release H plus ion. Yes or no? The compounds which will release H plus ion. And such a H plus ion is what is called as acidic hydrogen. The hydrogen which will be released by a compound in the form of H plus ion into the solution is called acidic hydrogen or active hydrogen. Like HCl will split into H plus and Cl minus. Whenever HCl is dissolved into water, it will release H plus ion. Yes, HCl is an acid. Acetic acid, CH3COOH, will release the H plus ion when it is dissolved in water. So acetic acid is an acid. It is not like a acid word is there. It is called as acid. That is why it is an acid. There are so many compounds which are called as acids just to deviate you, or just to give you wrong information. But they will not be having any acidic hydrogen, like a barbitric acid. Barbitric acids will not have any acidic hydrogen. Then ascorbic acid will not have any acidic hydrogen. Then like that, there are so many compounds in which the name itself is acid, but they do not have any acidic hydrogen. Antacid, the word antacid is different. As it is acting against acid, it is called as antacid. And whether it has an acidic hydrogen or not, that we do not know. Different antacids, we have to see the structures, like ranitidine, cimetidine, like different antacids will be there. That all we have to check it. Okay, it is not about the class of compound. Okay, so here if any compound can release a hydrogen gas on reaction with the sodium or potassium or any alkali metal, sodium, potassium, lithium, rubidium, cesium, etc., or ammonia gas with a sodium amide or sodamide, then that compound is said to have acidic hydrogen. Very simple. If any compound is there, I have written here, you see the general formula, general reaction. There is a compound which has an acidic hydrogen. I circled with blue, indicating that it is an acidic hydrogen. So such a compound, when it is treated with sodium metal, not only sodium, any alkali metal, then it will form, once this is released as H plus ion, what do you get? This as Z minus, this Z minus will react with the sodium and forms a salt, Z minus Na plus salt. And this H plus ion released will be coming in the form of hydrogen gas. What were you doing until now, Preetham? You are not here, na? You just came back. You should ask immediately, na, after completion of topic itself. Then this compound ZH, acidic hydrogen, is present. You were listening recorded classes. What is this? That is why you have not understood. Already I explained also. If more than one double bond are present, how to write it. See, this is not an excuse. If you are having fever, it is not an excuse that you can do whatever you want to do. You are listening here. Today you are in the class. And today itself I have explained. Understanding? Today itself I have explained. When three products are given, how to write the reactant molecule. Three products means two double bonds. And that is what you are asking. More than one double bond. And also I told you, I will explain you at the end. So you should have asked before this topic is started. Or at least at the starting. And you were listening recorded classes. Is it now you were listening, or when you were having fever that you were unable to listen the class, that later on you have listened to the recorded class? It is not like that, Nana. I am just telling the topic we have already started. I am doing the discussion. Why didn't you ask in the starting itself, initially itself? So many are asking, Anna. It will not be. It will not be in our point. Once, let me complete this one, and if you can stay back after the class, I will explain it. Okay, Preetham? Chalo. So let me continue this topic first. So if the compound is having an acidic hydrogen, on reaction with the sodium, hydrogen gas will be liberated. Liberation of a hydrogen gas is an indication that the compound is having acidic hydrogen when it is treated with sodium metal. And some compounds will liberate ammonia gas when they are treated with sodium amide. That also indicates the presence of acidic hydrogen. That also will indicate the presence of acidic hydrogen. But how do you identify it? Maybe this is like practical reaction. You take the compound, add sodium, and then check whether a hydrogen gas is liberated or not. But we are not having any laboratories like that. Sure, no. We want to theoretically discuss in India. Do not have that much facility. That in indirect way, theoretically, how can we recognize that? This is a point. If any hydrogen is there, that is attached to a more electronegative atom like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogen, and sp carbon, then such a hydrogen atom you can consider as acidic hydrogen. A hydrogen atom attached to any of these electronegative atoms can be considered as acidic hydrogen. That acidic hydrogen will be liberated as hydrogen gas. Understood, everyone? Everybody understood this page? Yes. Copy this one first. 25 students has left. Copy this page first. General reaction is Prasanna. There is some compound, right? And we don't know whether that compound is having an acidic hydrogen or not. Suppose, let us assume that it is having an acidic hydrogen. Then such a compound, on addition of a small piece of hydrogen gas, a small piece of sodium metal, will liberate a hydrogen gas. So liberation of a hydrogen gas, release of a hydrogen gas during the reaction indicates that there is acidic hydrogen. Suppose there is no release of acidic hydrogen, there is no release of a hydrogen gas, it means that there is no acidic hydrogen. Just the compound is like a neutral compound, something like that. without any acidic hydrogen. Understood? Same compound, if it is having acidic hydrogen, that also will release ammonia gas when it is treated with sodium amide. Sodium amide. And why sp carbon is do you agree nitrogen and chlorine are more electronegative atoms, Roshan? Do you agree nitrogen and chlorine are more electronegative atoms? Nitrogen, what is the electronegativity of nitrogen? Do you know? 3. Electronegativity of chlorine is also 3. Whereas electronegativity of sp carbon is 3.25. That means sp carbon's electronegativity is even more than nitrogen and chlorine also. Understanding? That is the reason even the hydrogen attached to sp carbon also is acidic hydrogen. Copy this. H attached to oxygen of COOH, acidic only. Anywhere, if any hydrogen is directly attached to oxygen, that is acidic hydrogen. Yes, water is also acid. Do you know, Surya? Water is an amphoteric compound. Water will behave as both as an acid and also as well as base. Water can release the H plus ion. Water, very simple. To the water, when you add sodium metal, explosion will happen. The reason is the same thing. Water will release the H plus ion and will start reacting with the sodium metal. Hydrogen of nitrogen also is acidic in nature. Roshan, nitrogen or nitrogen plus is also acidic in nature. Prasanna, very good. Next, you see, I have given some examples. In these examples, different compounds with acidic hydrogen circled in blue are given. And one thing you have to remember here, remember here is, this is an amine, RNH2. But in RNH2, two hydrogens are present attached to nitrogen. But after release of first H plus ion, the release of second H plus ion will take very large amount of time. Therefore, almost the second H plus ion will not be released. Reasons and all, how this will work, we will be discussing in GOC chapter, General Organic Chemistry, after chemical bonding. Okay, na? So for right now, you remember that in case of amines, in case of NH2, only one hydrogen is acidic in nature. Only one hydrogen will be released. Understanding? So take down these examples. These are some of the examples in which acidic hydrogen is present, which will release the hydrogen gas on reaction with the sodium. Copy this. Completed? Oh, sorry. Do it. And I told you, what I remember yesterday, I have told, I think, section A and B from part 1, part 2 to do the homework. Exercise 1, structural identification. Yes or no? If no, do it for tomorrow. Okay, na? Section A, section B. They are related with monochlorination, hydrogenation, and ozonolysis. You have the sheet and a structural identification. Sai Teja and Sai Tarun. Homework is PHH means benzene only, right? Where is PHH here? I have not written anywhere PHH. PHOH. Roshan, you are asking about this one. That is a phenol, PHOH. Okay. And homework for tomorrow is exercise 1, structural identification, exercise 1, part 1, part 2, section A and B. Section A and B. Then see here, there are some compounds also which do not have acidic hydrogen. What if they do not have acidic hydrogen? Not only these, so many compounds will be there. Some examples only I have given. So if the compound is not having acidic hydrogen, what will happen with the sodium? There will be no hydrogen gas liberation. Just a reaction will not happen. Okay, na? That is the first reaction. How to identify the acidic hydrogen? Either by adding sodium to release to observe for release of hydrogen gas, or by adding sodium amide and observing for ammonia release. Okay. Then second reaction is test for unsaturation. The unsaturation, not all types of unsaturation, only carbon-carbon unsaturation. That is a double bond and triple bond. Okay. So one reaction is a bromine water test. Not only bromine water, you can also use a bromine plus carbon tetrachloride also can be used. Okay, na? So any of the reagent you can use. And in this one, that means I'll write this 1 second. Not to get confused, I will write it here itself. Reddish brown color. Reagent can be bromine water or bromine plus carbon tetrachloride. Okay, na? Bromine water or bromine plus carbon tetrachloride. Let it be the exam tomorrow afternoon, na? But we are having the class. Morning we are having class, na? See here. So the reagent is a bromine dissolved in water, bromine liquid dissolved in water, or bromine dissolved in carbon tetrachloride. And these reagents are reddish brown in color. Suppose you are given an unknown compound and you want to identify whether it is an alkane or alkene or alkyne. That means saturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated hydrocarbon. Then you will add a few drops of bromine water. So after addition of bromine water, if a reddish brown color of the reagent is disappearing, that means the solution is becoming colorless, then you can say that the given compound is an unsaturated hydrocarbon, maybe an alkene or alkyne. Understanding? Maybe an alkene or alkyne. So this is the same point I have written here. This is used to distinguish unsaturated hydrocarbon, that is alkenes and alkynes, from saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, na? Copy this page also. Not only sp carbon, Monish, any acidic hydrogen. If there is no acidic hydrogen, no release of hydrogen gas. Yes, Surya Tej, we are just to close it. Those who have completed can leave. Bromine water test a little bigger it is, so we cannot stop it in the middle. Okay, na? Yes, you can leave. Yes, Roshan, correct. Pritam, are you there? Nine, 10, 11, there is no acidic hydrogen there. There is no acidic hydrogen here. Therefore, no release of hydrogen gas. That's all. Structural identification material might be given to you already. Is it not given? Structural identification, tell me anyone. Why there is no acidic hydrogen? Who knows it? The compound, uh, the compound itself is like that. That only we are identifying, na? Which are the compounds which are having a hydrogen attached to more electronegative atom, and which are the compounds which do not have such type of hydrogen. For that only we are doing the reaction, Monish. Yes. Okay. Chalo. Take care. Prepare well, and tomorrow we'll continue with the